Bonjour from Domaine de Cromey, the home of Elden selections and burgundywine.com. This recipe is a perfect dish for Thanksgiving or Christmas, creating a memorable holiday celebration. We are using a Poulet de Bresse, but you can easily adapt the recipe for any other good quality chicken or turkey. We are going to brine the bird, make it even more flavoursome and juicy. We will make a dauphinoise gratin potato, blanch and roast the root vegetables, make some chips out of the Jerusalem artichokes. With a famously traditional ingredient like Poulet de Bresse, we have chosen a classic winemaker to pair, Domaine Potinet Ampeau. Poulet de Bresse is governed by Appellation d'Origine Contrôlée law, similar to the protection held by Burgundy wine. The birds must be free range, come from a specific breed called Bresse, and raised in the province of Bresse. The red comb, white feathers and blue feet resemble the colours of the French flag. We're going to brine the bird, which will add about 10% more weight, resulting in more flavour and juice. We'll take 2 pints of cold water, 1.3 pounds of sea salt. Add the bird and we'll brine for 24 hours in the fridge. This is the perfect holiday recipe because so many elements can be made the day before. Here is a classic dauphinoise gratin potato. We soften some sliced onions with plenty of garlic. Be careful not to brown too much. Add some burgundy white wine. Allow this to gently cook out and set aside. Take an oven dish, butter, and put the first layer down of your thinly sliced potatoes. Very important to season each layer with salt and pepper. The first layer is going to have the onion, garlic and white wine mix, and then we will do a second layer with salt, pepper and freshly grated nutmeg. If it's possible to get whole nutmeg and freshly grated, it's much nicer, you'll get much more flavour out. Continuing the layering process until you get to the top of the dish, and then 3/4 fill with a 3-part cream, 1-part milk mixture. Cover with a sheet of parchment, then tin foil, and 395 Fahrenheit for 45 minutes in the oven will result in a really tasty dauphinoise gratin potato. Some amazing seasonal root vegetables here, and we're going to oven roast them. Magically roughly chopped, and I think whenever you're gonna oven roast, it's nice to very quickly parboil the vegetables first. This retains some of the juice and I think makes the flavour nicer. So you're just really gonna cook it about 50% by boiling, and we'll finish it in the oven when we are just about to serve the dinner. This also makes it really handy for, again, prepping a meal when you have family or friends around for a holiday celebration. To make the Jerusalem crisps, you just very thinly slice them on the mandolin, no oil, just salt and pepper, and it's 375 Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. And this is the way they come out. These are lovely even just to have with a glass of wine. Here's our Poulet de Bresse, 24 hours in the brine, so it's about 10% heavier. We put it on a little trivet or a base of sliced onion. I always think it's a great idea, if your bird is tied up, untie it and stretch out the legs and the wings so that the heat can get down into the joints. This helps the cooking process. It helps the breast not to be overcooked while the legs still can be cooked. Roasting process is low and long. This is a 4.5 pound bird, and we roasted at 200 Fahrenheit for 4 hours and just grilled at the end to crisp up the top. So to serve, we've roasted off our root vegetables and our chicken is ready. Both are resting. We take some of the onions that were underneath the chicken as a trivet, loads of flavour in them, and add some of these mushrooms that Ellie bought in the local market. Absolutely beautiful. And then it's time to plate. We would actually recommend that you serve the whole thing family style with empty plates going to the guests, much nicer for a holiday celebration. However, if you want to plate one in more of a restaurant style, of course that's no problem, and here we're showing you an example of how that could be done. Few rounds of our gratin, some of our par roasted root vegetables, sauteed mushrooms with garden greens. Here's the artichoke crisp. We said earlier these are great also just as an aperitif snack. There's loads of juice in both the chicken and the vegetables. However, any juice on the tray of the chicken can be just slightly thickened and used as a jus. And here we go to serve with the slow roasted brined chicken. And to serve, as we said earlier at the beginning, we've chosen a classic producer, Domaine Potinet Ampeau. Absolutely beautiful Burgundian red wine. We have also made a YouTube tasting video of Potinet Ampeau. The Potinet Ampeau wines can be found on our website burgundywine.com along with 40 other Burgundy producers. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch more recipe and tasting videos and to follow our lives here in Domaine de Cromey, the home of Elden selections.